really amazing how many people are here and how many qualifications, how many skills and how many nationalities.
We're here for the first time. We've already talked to a lot of people, and organization is great. Everyone's very friendly.
I was very positively surprised that so many visitors came here to the fair to get in contact with us as employer.
It's great. I love it. I got to meet a lot of people from all around the world. The food is great, and the venue is amazing. Everyone's so nice.
The environment is relaxed, like there's no that kind of like afraid to approach people and to engage in a conversation.
It's very good. It's very well organized, and I've met a lot of interesting people.
I had a great experience. I was able to meet so many interesting people. I can really see that they are looking for improvements on their careers, and we are really looking forward to the opportunity of meeting some of them back in our office.
A lot of people who were very interested in details, and I like to answer detailed questions and are not only scratching on the surface, so that was pretty cool.
I'm very surprised by the quality of the potential candidates. They're all very interested, very motivated, and it's very positive.
I think it's great. It's very nice. There's a lot more people than I expected, but I'm having great conversations with everybody, and it's amazing to get to know that many people at once.
I was at the Tech Jobs Fair in Berlin, and I love coming out here. You get to meet so many different faces, and I think people come from all over the world just to get to not only know your company, but just what's happening going on in Vienna, and just to see this beautiful, beautiful city.
It's as enriching for me as a participant as it is for the visitors. Very, very high level, very ambitious people here today. It's fantastic.
I've literally met so many incredible people. I never thought I could network with so many people. I think I've added another 300 people on LinkedIn just being here today, it feels like. I think it's one of the best job fairs I've ever been to.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to Get Hired in Estonia, an exciting webinar hosted by Tech Jobs Fair. I'm Tripti Sinha, your host, and I'm super thrilled to be here on behalf of the entire team of Tech Jobs Fair. We appreciate you for joining us for what promises to be an insightful and engaging session. A big thank you to all of our speakers and viewers for being a part of it, because your participation is what makes this webinar truly valuable. So let's dive in and get started by welcoming Ms. Bindu Kalwaria, Head of Business and Growth at Tech Jobs Fair, to address the gathering. Hello, Bindu. How are you doing today?
Hi, Tripti. Hi.
It's always nice to see you.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much. And yes, it's exciting being here and making this event happen.
Yes, awesome. We are super excited to see what's lined up for us and what can we expect out of this webinar. So the stage is all yours, and you can, address the gathering.
Thank you so much. Okay. Hello, everyone. So it's thank you so much, everyone, dear all, like attendees, partners, and esteemed guests. I'm delighted to welcome you all to the Tech Jobs Fair Estonia 2025. My name is Bindu, and I'm excited today as we are gathering here today to connect, inspire, explore multiple opportunities within the industry, whether you're a job seeker, recruiter, or any professional you are in the industry. Today, it's all about building meaningful connections and getting those advancement in your career. Additionally, I'm just adding here a little bit about the mission so that we all be on single page, I can say. Our mission is to bring, to bridge the gap between talent and opportunity with Estonia's thriving ecosystem, tech ecosystem, and its reputation as a global, Europe's digital powerhouse, right? So this event present a unique chance for companies to connect with the exceptional talent and for individuals to take the next step in their professional journey. How? This event will help you. And we are proud to host leading organizations, innovation startups, and experts who will share their insights, trends, and best practices. As Tripti just mentioned, that we are having multiple experts today who will share their experience and help you to learn more about the guidance and they are the expert people who has been in this sector, so they can share their experiences with you all, and you all also feel free to chat and interact with them. So be sure to explore the chat session and attend these session and discussions and empower your career journey, right? So I would like to also take a moment to highlight the upcoming Vienna event on May 15th. So this is going to be our virtual event today, but the Vienna event is in Vienna city. It's it's going to happen as in person. So we will continue this journey of fostering connection and innovation. If you are looking to expand your network and discovering new opportunity to engage with you and engage with us, I can say, I encourage you to join there as well as an in-person event. We'll be really happy to meet you all there. And yes, thank you so much for everyone who is here today with us, and thank you for being part of Tech Jobs Fair Estonia. Let's make this inspiring and productive session for everyone. Wishing you all a fantastic experience with Tech Jobs Fair. Yes, and yeah, if you have any question, Tripti is also here with me. And hi, Tripti. I think everyone have a chat session, can have their questions, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, whether you're watching from LinkedIn, YouTube, you can use the comment section to put down their questions and anything that you want to ask. And I'm pretty sure all the speakers here have some interesting presentations for you all, and then they'll be happy to answer any questions that you would like to ask them. So yeah, we do have the comment section, which is where you can drop down your questions.
Definitely. So, okay, Dipti, yeah, it's time to say goodbye, I believe, from my side. But my team, dear Tripti, will be here with you all. And definitely she is bringing a lot many experts for you all. So thanks a lot to Tripti and for everyone who is here. Bye-bye for today. Yeah, see you soon.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Bindu, for your valuable time. It was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
Bye. Take care. Bye.
Awesome, guys. So before we begin the speaking sessions, I want to let you know that our expert speakers will share some key insights about how to get hired in Estonia's job market, offering some strategies or tips to help you land your next opportunity, whether you're just starting or even leveling up your career. All right. So I also encourage you to make the most of this event. I already mentioned this before, but please utilize the comment section to put down your questions, and I'm pretty sure our speakers will be happy to answer. Right? So I believe we are all set for the speaking session marathon. So sit back, get comfortable, and enjoy these amazing sessions lined up for you all. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to our first speaker, Mr. Raido.
Hi everyone.
Hello, hi Raido. So I'm just going to give a quick brief intro about you. So he's a former technical director of Rail Baltic Estonia and now at AS. He is a leadership coach and author with years of experience. He specializes in recruitment, management training, and insights into the Estonian market. So how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me, and I'm honored to be here. And as the spring started today officially, then I'm more than happy to be here.
Awesome, great. I don't want to take any further time of yours, and the stage is all yours. Just a quick note to our attendees, guys, if possible, you can also tag the speaker when you're commenting down your questions, so it's easy for them to answer for you all. The stage is all yours, Ryder.
Yeah, thank you. So, hi again from my side to everyone listening, wherever channel you are. I'm honored to be here, and thanks, Tripti, for this warm introduction as well. Before I get started into the real content, then as being said, then I also encourage you to be as open you can be, as much as questions you have. Don't hesitate to put your comments, questions, maybe just your thoughts, everything that relates to this topic. Please feel free to put them there, and if you're more active, then you will get more from this wonderful event as well. And I have a couple of minutes at the end of my presentation to answer questions. And if I'm not able to answer all of your questions within the time frame, then don't worry. Just write them down, and I will answer them afterwards. So no questions will be out answered. So yeah, feel free to ask every question you need to ask. So I'm honored to discuss or give you a brief overview about two main topics regarding the tech job market in Estonia. Firstly, I'm going to talk key words and statements about the overview of the industry today. What's the situation, and where are we moving towards to? And the second side of the same coin of my presentation is the how do I actually get the job I want, or what can I do to land that job that I need, I'm wishing to have, and so on. So these are the key 2 points that I am going to focus on. And as Bindu nicely already mentioned, then yeah, we would like to say that we are the powerhouse of Europe in terms of startups, and as we have a bit over 1.3 million people in Estonia, then we have quite amount of startups here today, almost up to 1,400. If the latest numbers are correct. And yes, I would say that there is a quite strong innovation culture. We are eager to develop and to look how we can make things simpler, how we can work smarter. So I believe this is a great mindset, and this also backs up this culture that we want to do things differently, better ways. And as many of you probably already know very well, then we have more than one, more than two, more than three unicorns grown out from the Estonian soil as well. And why am I saying this is that this is the place where we need top talent. The Estonian tech market needs top talent, and the same need will be active in the near future as well. Couple of key topics what I especially wanted to point out. Then there is and there will be a high demand of IT specialists for sure. There is an estimation among recruiters that the actual need or the ideal need of IT specialists that are needed at the moment is estimated to be around 5,000 to 7,000 specialists. And to point out, yes, I'm talking about the top talent that will produce high value to the companies. And of course, the market is quite specific. It has many different subsections in it, but the software development, everything related to the artificial intelligence is and going to be a topic or remain a topic in this geopolitically tense times. Cybersecurity is a huge topic. It will be a huge topic within the next years and more to come for sure. These are the very key topics that will not go anywhere, and they need specialists for sure. Then what else I would like to point out is that although the hopefully the COVID-19 has gone way past us and it's just a memory at the moment with few small exceptions, then the bigger thing hopefully is past. And although the many companies in Estonia and also all over the world has gone or taking steps to start the campaigns that let's go back to the office, let's work in the office again, then in my opinion, what I see is that yes, it is a slight topic in Estonia as well. Although the hybrid work, I love the word hybrid because it's office, it's home office, and it's something else. It has come to stay for sure. It is a very important aspect of the work environment, and the flexibility. It's hugely necessary, and most of the companies allow it as well. They have some minor policies in differ because some companies want that they were able to see your face once a week, twice a week, and so on. But the message here is that the hybrid work model as itself is the model that has to stay, and the companies know it. So don't be afraid to ask it if that's very important to you, because that's something that the companies they are doing it anyway, and in most cases you are more than able to use it wherever you will be working as well. And to name a couple of more main trends in the Estonian tech market, then as I said, we are short of top talent, and although we are short of top talent for sure, no one probably will not argue it, then the thing here is that it is still a very competitive market. Although here in Estonia, as I said, we have a bit over 1.3 million people, then if you are applying for a job in somewhere, you are not only competing with the people in Estonian, living in Estonia. They might be living in some region in the Baltics, in Finland, or even anywhere in the world. So yes, it is a very competitive market, and companies are looking outside of Estonia as well, because they need to fulfill those positions. So be aware of that. And about the salaries, I will not go into too big detail about this, because it's highly dependent from your position where you're applying to, your background and so on. But one thing to keep in mind is that if you are negotiating about your salary, then the monthly salary is just one component of the overall package. Keep that in mind, and know what you want. So I will go through it. As I've said, one last thing that you already know, everyone knows, but nobody actually knows what's going to happen in the future. And I'm talking about what kind of jobs the AI will take over. We have only estimations today, but to be general, then anything that is related to the routine work, more simple work, then these are the things that are threatened by AI. And the more complex work that will add more value is not so much affected by AI, at least that as far as we can see today. I wanted to name a couple of major players in the Estonian market. Again, as the time is quite restricted, then I will just keep them here. You have this information. You're able to search for their websites, get more information about each and every one of them, and just take a look at them, and you will find some places where you're able to search for your position, for your possible next role. And then, as I said, that if my presentation would be a coin, then the other side of the same coin is how to find jobs. And as I said, that I have been recruiting myself over the years. By now, I have worked with a team of recruiters, especially in tech job. Then a couple of simple but still forgotten tips that many candidates miss. The first thing is that we live in a digital age. Everyone knows it, but somehow we don't follow it. The idea is that if you have a CV, if you have a LinkedIn, you need to have them both if you're looking. Then keep them updated. Don't put everything there. Don't put the things you did in the kindergarten, or you did something fun at the summer. This is not so relevant, or it's not the top priority. Keep them updated, and make yourself easy for the recruiters to find you. The recruiters use those applicant tracking systems. There are different systems, but the idea is that they will use the keywords to find you. The skills, the certificates you have, keep them updated, make yourself easy to find. That's that simple. And of course, keep the information, as I said, in solid form as much as needed, not too much that they will drown into this information. And of course, as your LinkedIn profile is up to date, if you are up to it, then follow the key companies I just showed you. They will share valuable information in their pages as well, and you are the first one or one of the first ones to get this information. A couple of portals where you're also able to find jobs. I will not go into this too deep because you can check them out yourself, just to give you the heads up. The thing amongst your technical skills is the ability to work with each other, to work with other people, to communicate. Don't underestimate it, because recruiters highly value it. We all value people who are able to communicate deeply. I will finalize my presentation with the top advices. If there is an application that you want to go, apply now, apply today, because although the advertisement can be there for 30 days or something, if you're in the first one or in the first 5 who will send their CV or their application, you get the heads up. Nobody waits at the end of this period and then start to do interviews. The recruiters start right away, so be fast. The second thing I want you to take from this presentation is that be bold and reach those recruiters directly. You can find them through LinkedIn, show initiative. If they don't have a position for you today, they might have it tomorrow. So be on the back of their head and reach out of them directly. And of course, if you're up to it, the more you network, the more you have able and opportunities to find a job as well, because a lot of positions go hand to hand, because usually when somebody needs a person, then they are in a hurry and they will search from their friends and their colleagues at first. And lastly, apply where you feel that this is the case. You don't need to match every single one of the points there, but you should apply for 1 or 2 positions. Don't apply for every position that is available. This is never a good sign. It shows that you're careless and you just want a job. It doesn't matter what, and that's something that recruiters do not like at all. And to finish my presentation, then be the person who continues to learn forward, because one of the things actually that the recruiters many times ask in an interview is that what have you done to upgrade your skills? How are you developing yourself? And if you have a firm answer to that, then the tech job market is something that needs people who are constantly improving themselves. So be the one who's willing to learn and take new things in, and you will be in a very good position. So thank you. The time I have is finished at the moment, and I will wrap things up. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me whatever suits you best, and I will do my best to help you. So thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you got some ideas and tips that you can actually use. And I'm wishing you a pleasant presentations that will follow mine. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Raido. It was an amazing presentation, and I think this is like a best beginning to the speaking sessions, because you covered like almost how and why, what should be done. So I think the following sessions are very topic oriented, but like you gave like an overview of what they can do in order to find a job in Estonia. I also see that we have one question here. If you would like to answer.
How do you find? Does the question probably means that the companies that are outside of Estonia, or in my presentation, I presented the companies that are in Estonia that are actually hiring, and this list is not the full list, but from those pages, as I mentioned, you're able to find active job descriptions and who are actually applying at the moment. But the names of the companies that I actually put in my presentations, I would say that they cover 85 or almost or even 90% of the market. So if you are checking their pages, then you will hit something for sure.
Awesome. And guys, if you want to take like a snapshot of it, like while any presentation, please feel free to take the snapshot of key pointers or any tips. And because the session is also recorded, so after the event you can always go back to his presentation and also take a snapshot of it, and then get started with your job search. Once again, thank you so much, Raido, for your amazing insights. We really appreciate you sharing your time and experience with us. It was a pleasure having you today.
Thank you. Wishing you all the best.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks. All right, guys, so let's dive into another insightful session. So please join me in welcoming our next speaker, Miss Merit. Hi, Merit.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Tripti. I'm absolutely wonderful. Thank you for having me. And hi to everyone who's listening right now.
It's a pleasure. So about Merit, as a career coach, she helps individuals build meaningful careers, while as a supervisor and coach, she empowers teams and leaders to enhance confidence and performance. Additionally, she supports educators, career specialists, and coaches in guiding others towards fulfilling some professional journeys. So, Merit, I'm super excited for your presentation. It's going to be some interesting topic, I'm pretty sure. And the stage is all yours. I don't want to take any further time.
Yes, thank you, Tripti. Thank you. And once again, hello to everyone. And it's a real privilege to be here with you. And thank you, Raido, for your wonderful presentation by my side as well. So yeah, my name is Merit. And as I said already, I'm a supervisor and career coach. And my mission really is to support people to feel good at work. Therefore, the topics of professional development, career development, confidence, work well-being are really, really dear to my heart. And the topic I want to share with you today first came to me several years ago. I remember the moment when I was at home, I was scrolling through the internet, and one article totally grabbed my attention. And I remember that when I read it, I kind of realized that, oh my God, these feelings and the thoughts so familiar to me had actually a name. And that was the first time I saw the term of imposter syndrome or imposter phenomenon. And years later, when I was already a career coach and supervisor, I started to notice the same patterns on my clients as well. So it really inspired me to dive deeper into the topic, and I'm really happy that I can share some bites of you, because it's a lot to do with the technology sector as well, as you will see. So let's get started with the journey now. At first, I want you to read the sentences here. I will not read them out loud, but just check the sentences here and notice how many of them feel familiar to you, whether it's 1 or 3 or 0. And I really welcome you to make a little discussion here by using our chat box here. If you find some sentences familiar to you, either from your current situation or from your past, then please write the numbers of the sentences into the chat box. Let's create some energy here and some discussion here. For example, 1 and 2 and 6, or maybe just 2, or maybe 0. That's okay too. So you are really feel welcome to write the chat box the numbers of the sentences. What are they? These sentences are just a few examples of the thoughts that people experiencing imposter syndrome really often struggle within their minds. And if you recognized some of them in your own life as well, then congratulations, you are completely okay person, you are completely normal person, because studies have shown that around 80% of the people have experienced imposter feelings at some point in their lives. Yet, that's a little problem. Around 30% of the people have experienced those feelings in a manner that affect their lives really more seriously. So although the term of the imposter syndrome may be more frequently used, for example, in the social media as well, I really prefer to use the term of imposter phenomenon instead, like the authors of the original concept used to do. Why is that? Because imposter phenomenon is not a disorder, and it's much more to do with the context around the person than maybe the person, him or herself, as you will see during the presentation as well. So what is exactly the imposter phenomenon? It's a distorted perception of one's competence. In a case of an imposter experience, the person has a tendency to attribute his or her success or achievements to the external factors instead of acknowledging their own actual competence. What kind of external factors, for example? Luck, hardworking, or being nice to people, or somebody made a mistake. And as a result, the people with imposter feelings often struggle to attribute their achievements to their competence and intelligence, even when their results and feedback really outstanding. So they feel that they let other people somehow see them more capable than they really are, and this creates the constant fear of being exposed as a fraud. And the fear pushes them to wear the mask, looking confident outside, but internally they are really not convinced that they are good enough at their job. And in a case of imposter phenomenon, people tend to use several strategies to first manage their anxiety, and secondly, to prevent the exposure as an imposter. And here you can see maybe some of the more frequently used strategies. For example, over-preparing and hard-working, even in the situation where it's already not needed, or holding yourself back, not asking a question, not sharing your ideas during the meetings, for example, not asking for help, for example, if it's really needed, maintaining a low profile. People who suffer from imposter feeling, they kind of tend to avoid projects, jobs, challenges. They are actually really competent, but in order to keep themselves safe, they distance from themselves from these opportunities. And then people pleasing, procrastination, never starting or never finishing. So you may take a second to reflect on yourself, which kind of strategies you use to you tend to use yourself. What are your favorite ones? And guess what? The funny thing is they actually really working. They have somehow helped us to reach the point we are at the moment. And on that manner, we can kind of say to thank you to these strategies. But the sad story is that the cost of these strategies to the person is rather high. And you can see here the impact of the imposter feeling on a person. Maybe you recognize something on yourself as well. For example, the first and maybe quite important thing, the isolation. The people who suffer from imposter phenomenon, they really often feel isolated and alone because they feel that they actually can't share their struggles with other persons, because it will really kind of discover, they will discover that I'm an imposter. And this led to higher risk of burnout. This leads to increased stress level and anxiety level. The productivity will be decreased, the creativity will be reduced, and the final end, educational and the career development will be hindered. And do you see here kind of a paradox? On one hand, person really wants to manage their anxiety and tries to lower the level of anxiety, and guess what he cuts? He cuts increased level of anxiety. On one hand, we really want to prevent to be exposed as imposters. And as a result, we actually underperforming. So we are not able to use our skills and talents on a best way. So when the harm caused by using those strategies outweighs the benefits it provides, we are really kind of giving opportunity to decide whether we want to continue with this or we want to stop with this. Why we should speak about the imposter phenomenon, especially when we're speaking about technology field. And this might be important to you either if you do not feel like an imposter yourself, or you really want to going for the leading position. Then I really hope that it is helpful for you too. Studies have shown that the people who are working in tech field, they are more prone for experiencing imposter feelings. And let's see the reasons behind this by exploring the roots of the imposter phenomenon. First thing, a lot of imposter feelings start with the messages from childhood. What we are told, how we were treated, and what was expected from us. And what we tend to do, we tend to internalize those messages, and this shapes the perception, how we see ourselves, how we see others, and how we see the rest of the world. For example, if we are praised for only achieving a good grades at school or excelling specific areas, I don't know, in maths, in sports, in music, we may really start to believe that our worth is tied to our achievements and accomplishments. And these messages kind of become like inner rule book we try to follow and not questioning at all. The second one is kind of important. Contextual factors relate to the environments we find ourselves in and challenges we face. And it's not a surprise that some fields are more demanding than others, either emotionally or intellectually. And like in medicine, in a technology field has a high performance expectations, which leaves a little room for the mistakes. And additionally, the rapid pace of technological developments means constant struggle to keep up with all of this. So there's always risk falling behind, especially if you are a newcomer to the field. And thirdly, workplaces can either help to ease imposter feelings or make them worse. So in tech companies, tech companies are often geared toward high performance, rapid growth, and as a result, continuous assessments and benchmarking are really common practices. And this adds the pressure to perform and compete at your very best all the time. And if you combine this with a culture which values, for example, confidence and excellence, then you might feel that imposter feelings can really easily emerge. So you can reflect on these factors yourself and notice that if you find that multiple factors contribute to your own experience, then I wouldn't be really surprised if you felt like imposter. And as a result, the experience of imposter phenomenon can vary from person to person, and therefore the approaches to manage these feelings also should differ a bit. So how can I support myself? It's really the case of imposter feelings for myself. First thing, normalize. It's really important to recognize that the imposter feelings is a common, and it doesn't mean that the person is a deficient. Just by becoming aware of the concept itself and understanding our own thinking patterns might help us to make meaning of our experiences and pay attention and find ways to support yourself. Once you can find the way, once you can identify when these feelings arise, then you can easily find a way how to prevent them to hinder your action in a job market as well. Second thing, notice. As I mentioned before, part of the imposter feelings comes from the early messages we have internalized and rarely questioned. Pay attention the inner rules you try to follow and ask yourself, do they really help me to be at my best, or do they hold me back? And here you can see some of those disruptive messages in our head. And if you notice that these rules actually don't help me at all, then try to reframe them. This helps you to shift the perspective, and this can reduce the pressure and allow you to see yourself more in a compassionate and realistic way. And thirdly, it's not about the confidence. It's about the courage. It's about the courage to take the steps even when for example, anxiety is present. And don't wait for the right feeling. Instead, try to make the first step for improvement. What kind of steps? For example, speak up at a meeting, ask for help, try to reframe one disruptive thought or leave the toxic workplace. And emotional agility and mindfulness are really valuable tools in taking these steps. Unfortunately, we do not have time to dive deeper in that topic here, but I'm really sure that if you look for the keywords in the internet, you'll find lots of tools to help you yourself. And I want to remind you that it might not be easy to do this all alone. And it's sometimes really helpful to use someone to support during the journey, because sometimes it's really hard to even notice these disruptive thinking, or it's hard to build up your courage to make a first movement. Then if you need a support, please don't leave yourself alone and find, I don't know, coach, supervisor, therapist, or other trusted party to support you. And finally, I want to remind you that first change is a thinking, then change actions, and only then feelings. Trust me, the feelings really will follow, but you have to make your first steps before that. And be kind to yourself. It's this the story for you, and take a leap. Really don't hinder yourself back. And if you found it really kind of resonating with you and you have questions we can't answer here at the moment, then please feel free to contact me on LinkedIn. And if you happen to speak Estonian, I know that maybe there are some Estonian as well, then you are really invited to join a training next week where we are discussing these topics much more deeply. And feel free to use the code for a discount if it's helpful for you. I'm really thankful for your attention, and I wonder that we might have a couple of minutes for the questions. Tripti, over to you.
Hi, Merit. That was an amazing
Yes.
presentation. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for sharing
Tripti.
those insights on imposter syndrome, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people, they don't really realize that, what exactly the syndrome is, or if they are kind of going through it and, can't really understand that. But I think that was really needed, and thank you so much for sharing those amazing insights on the coping strategies, and how we can help ourselves first, right? And then of course then we are always open to taking help if needed. I'm pretty sure this will be very helpful for our attendees to boost their confidence.
Yes, thanks, Tripti, for a nice word.
I don't see any questions so far. Let's just take a minute
Yes.
if there's any questions. Otherwise, we'll continue. Yeah. But once again,
Yes.
thank you so much, Mary. That was an amazing
You're
session. And
welcome.
guys,
Thank you for having me.
she's mentioned about the code, and if you want to attend this, you can use the code and make the most of it, get more deeper information about the imposter syndrome, or get to know more about it. Like, it's always good to have the learning and educate yourself on new things. So yeah. Awesome. So we'll continue from here, Merit. If there's any
Thank you.
questions, guys, you can tag Merit on the comment section, and I'm pretty sure she'll be happy to answer the questions.
Sure. Have a nice day and have a nice workshop continues.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Merit. It was lovely having you. All right, guys. So the sessions are getting more exciting, don't they? Let's welcome our next speaker for the webinar, Miss Maria. Hi, Maria. How are you doing today?
Hi, hello. I'm doing fine. Thank you. Thank you, Tripti, for having me.
It's a pleasure. So Maria is dedicated to help individuals, teams, and organizations to help them grow, create more fulfilling personal and professional lives. With experience across sectors, she supports diverse clients, leveraging strengths in strategy, empathy, and learning to drive positive change with warmth and insight. So Maria, the stage is all yours. I don't want to take much time of yours, so you can get started.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. And thank you, Raido. Thank you, Merit. Those were both thought-provoking presentations. And yes, as mentioned, my name is Maria Tammesalu. I'm a professional supervisor and coach. And when I was asked to speak here, I was quite sure I would like to open up a topic of values through exploring how it matches with cultural fit and career growth. And why is this topic important, in my opinion, is that, first of all, people are not very aware of their personal values, which may be surprising because I'm working with adults. But nevertheless, it's something that is not thoroughly explored, I've noticed. And if you are more aware of your personal values, then you prevent from ending up in a value conflict, which can be a really bad place to be. So let's begin. Today, this short workshop will be a self-reflective experience. And the first part will be an introduction to the topic, and then you will be able to go through 3 steps. It's a small exercise so that you could explore your personal values. And then towards the end, I would also point out some tips if you end up in a value conflict. So let's go and start a journey together. Here I've pictured you and the organization. Let's imagine that this is the organization you are planning to apply to. We are starting a bit further off here, but it's to give you a bit of context around cultural fit, career, and values. Before we get to the values layer, we need to start from the big why. And most organizations have their big why, right? And it is the purpose, it is what the organization is delivering to the world. But your big why is equally important. And I'm inviting you to also get to know your own big why a bit. What makes you do things? What do you want to deliver to the world? And the important part here, what is the relationship between the company's big why and your personal big why? Are they aligned? Do you, if you consider an organization, do you feel that your big why is aligned? It's a great place to be if you can say that you feel like that. Or the situation may be a bit more complicated. Your big whys are somewhat aligned, but you may not agree to some aspects of that business. Or the third option would be that your big whys are looking at the different directions and you don't feel the alignment. In that case, this company may not be the best fit for you. So now we are ready to get to the second layer, the values layer of this story. Values lay beneath the big why. If the big why is the purpose, then values are the big how. If you see that in terms of big why you might work in that particular company, then the next step would be to get to know the company's values as well. But the question is how to get to know the values of this organization. Of course, you could dig into web and see what they are writing about their own values and what others are writing about them. This is one option, but it might not be enough. You could also talk to people. You could talk to those who are working there or who have worked there. But in that case, you should be tactful and also measure what is appropriate to ask and what not. And also, we need to take into account that some values remain unknown. It means that they are only revealed to those who become members of the team. But following that sequence might give you some hints of where are you possibly stepping into. But where does it all leave you with your own personal values? Aren't they important at all? Maybe you need to adjust and just fit in and accept the organization's values as they are and a bit hide yourself and your values. I don't fully agree. I really believe that knowing your personal values is a great advantage, and I show you why. First of all, it enables you to be a partner for the hiring company. I've worked as an HR, and it's really felt and seen if person comes as a possible proactive member for the team, or is the person coming just to get the job. It is very visible. Secondly, knowing your values enables you to recognize what fits for you and what doesn't. So you will recognize possible value conflict before it emerges. And thirdly, knowing your personal values gives you more clarity and integrity. You would know which bridges to build, which bridges to burn, and maybe also notice when some situations are not even worth your attention. So you know where you stand. So now it's time to explore. And enough of me just talking here. I would ask you to find the comment section where you can actively comment and share with me right now if you are ready to explore your own personal values just a bit. I can see your comments when they emerge, so please feel free to let me know how you're feeling right now. You can use emojis or however you like to do that. If you are courageous and brave has already been said today. If you're courageous today, then you can do this exercise with me in the comments and write all your answers there. But if you feel that it's not really comfortable for you, then just grab a piece of paper and a pen and you can do your exercise comfortably there. So, shall we begin? The first step, exploring your personal values. I've chosen you some values to look into. Please read all of them and notice which are most appealing to you at this moment. Read them carefully. And again, if you feel brave, then share in the comments. I ask you to choose now 3 to 5 values that resonate you most right now. And write them down. Write them down either in the comments or on your paper. Yes, collaborative environment. Somebody shared. Thank you. And now, choose just one that feels like the most important. We will continue with this one particular value. We will continue exploring this. So choose one. And don't take it too seriously. Let's use this exercise to just reflect on some of your values. If you reconsider later on and find that something else is more important, then it's perfectly fine. But just choose one. Delivering results, somebody wrote. Great. Let's now get to step 2. Think about the value you chose. How does this value manifest in your work? Impact, somebody said. Delivering results, wonderful. How do these values, the one particular that you chose, how do you outlive those when you consider your vocation? Write it down. Write your answer down. And it can be just some words about how do you, how this value manifests in your work. It doesn't have to be a long story. You can write a longer story later on. People are sharing. That's great. And if you feel that the right answer is not coming, just write down the question. How does this value manifest in your work? How can you be able to use this value, outlive that value? And we'll continue to step 3. We'll explore the same value, but from a slightly different angle. Okay, I hope you're ready. We will explore now what is on the other side of the value that you chose. What is a big no that lies behind this value? If we imagine that the value you chose, honesty, for example, that last person posted, honesty is on one end of a scale. What is on the other end? Is it dishonesty? Is it fraud? What is there? Like the opposite of your chosen value. What is there? Think about it and write your answer down. Somebody commented for step 2, honesty in work means work done sincerely. That's great. Thank you for sharing, Sandeep. So, I repeat once more, there's 3 steps. Firstly, we chose this one value to explore. Second step, we wanted to discover how you are able to outlive that value, considering your vocation or your work. And the third step, what is on the other side? If your value is compromised, what is the situation then? Okay, lies and messing about, it's very big no for me. Radoslav answered, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. If you follow these 3 steps, then you will have much clearer picture of a value that is important for you. You will know where your boundaries are with it, and you know how it impacts your work. Right now, we've just only worked with one particular value, but feel free to repeat those 3 steps to discover other values that you personally carry. Some more comments. Cheating the process is not honesty. Yes. Positive impact on society, collaborative and good working environment. Thank you for sharing. So, this was the exercise. Thank you for participating and thank you for sharing actively in comments. You can continue writing your comments and I will read them after the session. I'm very curious of what you're thinking right now. So, as promised, some tips to use when you face a value conflict. Because in life things happen and not always are we able to follow our values 100%. And maybe you already have experienced value conflict. Value conflicts are very difficult to solve as well. So what to keep in mind in such situation? I have 4 tips for you. First of all, decide if you are willing to tolerate the situation or not. Is the situation for you a bridge to build or a bridge to burn? You have to kind of find out in yourself, is it yes or is it a no? Then, secondly, make it really clear, what are you protecting in case you decide to tolerate the situation? Because if we are accepting our value being compromised, then there's probably something else that we are protecting. So you should consider, what is it? Sometimes it may be family or monetary income or what else could be there. You can think for yourself, what is it for you personally? Thirdly, and this is important part, set a deadline. How long are you going to be able to tolerate this situation where your values are compromised? Then it's much more easier and you don't lose your integrity. And also, fourthly, as Merit also pointed out, don't leave yourself alone. It's very important. You don't need to solve all your dilemmas alone. You can ask for help, for guidance. It could be either coach, supervisor, or someone who can be objective and help you get some more clarity in this situation. So now I'm even more curious. What are your key takeaways from this session? And I'm asking you to comment, start commenting now and comment until the end of this day. You can tag me as well in the comments. I would be very, very curious to know what did you gain today from this presentation. You have been amazing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for doing the exercise with me. And here you find a QR code of my LinkedIn page where I speak English mostly. And feel free to contact if you need more clarity personally, or if you would like to enhance your team collaboration, solve some communication issues, etc. I'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much. And over to you, Tripti.
Well, what do I say? That was such an amazing presentation, Maria. I mean, like, we are always so stuck on building our resume and just the resume, adding our experience, and we don't really think of the cultural or, self values, and we try to just ignore those part. But thank you so much for highlighting these amazing things, and also taking us through the exercise. I was also doing it behind the camera.
That's great,
So that was
Tripti.
really helpful. Yeah, really helpful. I'm just gonna put down my key takeaway later after the event on the comment section as well.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
absolutely amazing, and I'm pretty sure this will help our attendees understand themselves, understand the whether they fit into a place, and understand that it's not always about the resume and the experience on the resume, right? There's so much more to finding growth and success, in the industry. So yeah, once again, Maria, I think our attendees also thoroughly enjoyed it. They were quite engaging, answering, and doing the exercises with honesty. I hope so. Whatever they were commenting, I think they were honest to themselves, and they really did enjoy the exercise that you took them through. So once again, thank you so much, Maria, for joining us, and especially with the exercise of the slides.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the two last presentations today. Yes?
Awesome. So I think, yes, thank you so much again, and have a good day, Maria.
Bye. Thank you.
Well, guys, don't go anywhere because we have a couple of more sessions lined up for you all. So I hope you all are gathering some valuable information. So keep the energy high as we welcome our next speaker for today, Mr. Milo. Hi, Milo. How are you doing today?
Hello, Tripti. Hello to everyone. I'm doing great. It's my birthday of my organization.
Ah, that's lovely. That's lovely. 8
Number
years.
8. Yes.
Happy 8 years to your organization. That's lovely.
Exactly. And in 2 days, it's my birthday. So it's, festive March, I would say.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And happy, pre-birthday to you. Happy birthday in advance. I hope you have a good one.
Yes, thank you.
Great. So, guys, before we begin, just a little bit about Milo. He is a global search coach with over 15 years of experience. He has guided over 450 clients from 70 countries, huge number, in career growth. He specializes in job search strategies, CV writing, LinkedIn optimization, and he holds an MBA also from Sweden. So, Milo, I think we are all set to get started and go through your presentation. I hope your slides are ready. Yeah, and you can add them on so then I get presented for you. Awesome. Now the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Tripti, for the warm and kind introduction. As we already saw previous speakers, I will strive to connect with them and continue what they were talking about. Today, I'm going to talk mostly about LinkedIn profile and how to improve your LinkedIn for your own personal branding, networking, and ultimately for you landing a desired job. Shortly about myself, Tripti already said, but here maybe you don't know that I applied 5,000 times to get a job in 9 different countries. And based on this crazy experience, I started my own company 8 years ago, right? I thought everyone knows how to write their own CV, how to create and optimize their own LinkedIn profile. However, even now, 2025 with ChatGPT, AI, people still don't know how to do this stuff. And then I help with job search strategies. For instance, I have 9 different job search strategies. If you want to apply for jobs in Estonia or somewhere else around the world, I have a company that has 30 coaches in 25 countries. So you want to go to Canada, US, Australia, South Africa, Middle East, Singapore, or Europe, you contact us. Anyway, what I wanted to say connected to Maria, I do talk also about this culture, fit, and values. And her approach through CV is very interesting, or LinkedIn, but I mostly talk about this preparing my clients for interview, because there we take values, culture of the organization, and you as a candidate, you actually take their language and speak their language so they better understand, and that they understand that you fully align with their culture. So in that sense, I also have over 30,000 followers on LinkedIn, and I'm top 20 influencers, let's say like that, in Estonia, and top 3 in my own country, Montenegro. So I'm originally from Montenegro, south of Europe, and I have been 9 years abroad, over 3 years in Estonia, 2.5 years Sweden, 1 year Lithuania, and 2 years Slovenia. All right, let's get to the topic. As already said, here are some guidelines for us. We need to answer who are we, right? And what is our goal? So mostly today we're going to talk as job seekers, but they can be freelancers, entrepreneurs, influencers, experts, etc. So today we are, let's say, job seekers. Second thing, we're going to edit and optimize your LinkedIn profile. Third one, how to apply effectively for jobs through LinkedIn. And the last one, super important, is networking and engaging with your target audience. All right, as I already asked, who are you and what is your goal? And here are some additional questions each of us needs to answer before creating your CV, your LinkedIn, and applying for jobs. So in that sense, you need to define who you are. Let's say a job seeker again. Why are you using LinkedIn? The mistake most commonly happening is job seekers use LinkedIn only when they are seeking jobs. Yes, that's common. However, it's much better when you are proactive and create and build personal brand and network that will help you land more career opportunities. We are saying this all the time, but people are still lazy and people just do things when they need it. So in that sense, please be more proactive and create your own personal brand, become an expert, network with, we're going to talk with whom, but yeah, at some point, if you want, you can become an influencer. Why not? But let's go back to defining yourself. I took an example because today's topic is getting hired in Estonia, which is my core competence or expertise. So in that sense, you can write that you are a certified project manager with 15 years of ICT experience across the EMEA region. You are seeking for senior project manager roles at startup, scale-up unicorns in Estonia. As you know, we have over 10 unicorns in Estonia. We have over 1,600 startup scale-ups in Estonia. So it's quite great place to work and build your career. And lastly, you start applying through LinkedIn for these jobs. And more importantly, you network and engage with CEOs, HRs, recruiters in Estonia. All right, next is editing and optimizing your LinkedIn profile. Unfortunately, I cannot go directly to my LinkedIn and show you there. So I have been taking some screenshots here. I know all of you more or less know this stuff. However, I will underline what are the most important parts on LinkedIn and how to make it better, right? How to enhance. Majority of you know about some segments like about section or open to work. However, again, daily I see people don't know how to make it efficient. So in that sense, let's go one by one. Number one topic is your LinkedIn URL. It's, as you can see here, it's this link that you are using, and it's shown here how you should actually make it clean. It should be just your name and surname and not some additional numbers and letters, which is not that professional. And then you copy paste it in your CV and it looks not nice. So in that sense, please do these 3 steps, make it clean. Number 2, yes, please, photos. Every day we see these photos with sunglasses from the beach, some non-professional photos. And today with all these smartphones, it just takes 1 second in order to create a normal, decent photo. People still don't have them. And number 2, cover or background image is very powerful because it can explain us immediately who you are. So on the background, write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things about you. It can be titles, let's say business development manager, sales manager, project manager, and then you can write more information about you. This will make you outstanding more than being. Many people even don't have a background photo, which is a mistake. If they have, it's nothing outstanding. So in that sense, think about personal branding, promoting and presenting yourself by an image and few keywords that will explain us who you are and why we should get in touch with you. Yes, headline is super important. So these words below your name, you see them. It's mostly people list job titles or roles that they're looking for, seeking, and that's correct. I would also advise that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us know. I mean, in the lower example, it's better written like 3, 4 roles, and then 3 years in growth, marketing, and research, and experience in 4 different countries. So use something around that. Number 1, the most important part on LinkedIn is for job seekers, obviously open to work. Again, so many people don't know about it, or if they know, they don't do this. So what you need to do, you have to type 5, actually select and 5 different job roles, titles that you're looking for. Then after that, you do 5 locations. You have on-site locations or hybrid, and then you have remote locations. So you can do both, right? 5 job titles, 5 locations on-site, 5 locations remote. Super relevant for us recruiters to find you. Do your homework well. Number 2, most important thing for me is about section. And this is so poorly written today, even with ChatGPT, and we can easily see who is writing with ChatGPT and who is, not powerfully, strongly using this. So I'll dig in here. Please make a summary and make first target or bullet profile. What is profile? In my case, that will be, I am a global business developer with over 15 years of diverse experience in what? Investments, consulting, startups in Estonia, Sweden, Lithuania, Slovenia, and Montenegro. So it's a one-line, strong, elevated pitch where you present your strongest strengths, unique selling points, why are you better or unique, right? In that sense, focus on that. Number 2, expertise. It's obvious. Write few keywords around your expertise. Number 3 is education, PhD, MBA, bachelor, etc. If you have certificates, if you're a certified project manager, if you're a certified HR recruiter, whatever certificates, you can list them. And the last one, I don't see that much, but it should be also, if you are having international career like myself, I have been living in 5 countries, but I have been educating myself in over 10 countries. So that's my strength, right? In about section, we have to pitch and to not be modest, right? And then what next is core competencies, adding all those relevant keywords on your about section in your LinkedIn. After this, one of the most relevant thing for me is your key career achievements or highlights. Unfortunately, not so many professionals are adding this in About section. Even worse, they are not adding it in experience or work experience, which will come in just a few slides further. And also you can add your skills because it's about, tech jobs here. Definitely list your technical skills, tools, methodologies that you're using, right? But also you can use other soft skills or language skills. At the end, you can write a call to action or send me an email, get in touch, etc. So this is very important About section. Next one is featured. More or less, you all know that once you publish your posts, you can feature some of them. Which kind of posts we feature? It can be certificates that you graduated, that you got promoted, that you have some great achievement, accomplishment to share, right? And this is more visible and it's a nice place where you can present and be different. Yeah, outstanding. Let's talk about experience and quantifying your achievements and accomplishments and results. So, number one, don't copy paste from job ad your duties and responsibilities and leave that there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years. Believe it or not, people still do that. What you should do is written here. So you should make your work experience data-driven in metrics and traction. What that means, you need to talk in numbers, figures, budgets, awards, percentages. How many people you were managing, leading, coordinating? How big was your budget? You said something, you introduced something, you digitalized something for 2 times, you improved something for 30%, you increased, you make it outstanding again, right? Once you start writing all your bullets in numbers, figures, percentages, that means that you're doing your job great. And this is the best way in your CV, in your LinkedIn, on your interviews, honestly. Once you start writing like this, pitching like this, you will be top 5%. I would say even top 1%. So do your homework, go all bullets you have on your CV, on your LinkedIn, and try to quantify them. Yes, the number one thing you have to do. Also, I see a lot of mistakes about education and licenses and certificates on LinkedIn. Many professionals, unfortunately, list them all under education, which should not be the case. In education, it's formal education, right? So we here write PhD, executive MBA, master, bachelor. High school, we usually don't write because if you have bachelor, it's enough. High school, sometimes we write if it's abroad or if it's something, I don't know, unique high school, etc. But anyway, here we write formal education. What do we write in licensing and certifications? We write about additional courses, training, about certifications, about schools, etc. And LinkedIn provides a nice way how to also visualize these certificates. So in that sense, use these 2 sections separate. Yeah, definitely ask your friends, managers, colleagues to write you recommendations. This is another way how to stand out. If you have 5, 10, 20 recommendations, much better than having 0. So do this homework also. Number 3 topic for today is how to apply effectively. I chose this one because I still see many people don't know about it, so I want to focus on this one. What is the key here? I see a lot of people are coming from all around the world on this call, like myself, right? I have been traveling in 42 countries, but I have been living in 5. Why is this important? Because it's very important on your LinkedIn, please, on your LinkedIn below my name, you will see my location, right? It's written Tallinn, Estonia. So when I apply for jobs through LinkedIn, if I apply for jobs, let's take another example on the right side, it's written job search strategies and career coach at my own organization, but in the UK, right? So if I'm applying from Estonia to UK through LinkedIn, I will not be a fit. I'm in the folder called not a fit. What that means, if you have, why? Number one, why is this case? So UK is not in the European Union, right? And if I apply from Montenegro, for instance, to Estonia or UK, I will also be not a fit. So please bear in mind that if you live in European Union and you're applying for jobs in European Union, then you're fine. But if you apply from, let's say, India or Pakistan to EU, and you have your location in India, you will end up in this folder, not a fit, and these recruiter hiring managers will not even see your application, most probably. In order for me to see your application CV, I have to click on this folder. So just so you understand, the solution here is the best one is to match location on your LinkedIn with the location for jobs that you're applying for. You have higher chances to be that your CV at least is visible to people who are making decision. So please next time think about it. Why I put here easy apply and apply. We all know when it's easy apply, just 1 click, 2 clicks, and we did it, right? Which is easy. On the other side, it's more competition. On the second side, you will not be a fit, most probably, if your locations are not matching. Why I'm saying this? Maybe it's better that you actually apply more for jobs that are not easy apply, or the second option, because then you will not be applying through LinkedIn. And also always check if this job is on the company's website, or because of ghosting, if it's a real job, if it's not a real job. And obviously, if you go to the website of the company, you have more chances to be in their databases than rather being just on LinkedIn, right? So again, know about this and find solutions. There are always ways how you can find your own solution. You can contact directly hiring managers, HR recruiters. You can go to their website. You can apply through the website, etc. The last topic of the day I want to talk about is definitely about your personal branding, or how you become better in networking, engaging, and creating more job or career opportunities. Unfortunately, I see so many professionals daily approaching me in a very transactional way. What that means? They just say, look, I'm looking for a job, give me a job. Yeah, you do, we all do, right? You are one in millions. So in that sense, I'm providing a bit different approach. It's more not transactional, it's relationship oriented or strategic partnership oriented. So it takes more time. Yes, it takes more energy and focus, but you build relationships that can be strategic, long-term, and be win-win instead of short-term. In that sense, if you're a job seeker looking for jobs in Estonia, who are the ones that you want to build these relationships? Recruiters, obviously, they have jobs. They're your friends. HR people, yes, you'll get in touch as soon as possible with them. And then it can be people like your peers. It can be, sometimes my way of approaching companies is mostly when I was looking for jobs and applying for jobs, I was applying through regular LinkedIn jobs, through HR, but they did not give me any results. So what I was doing, I was approaching actually founders and CEOs of these companies, and with them I had more success. So, if some strategies are not working or some approaches, tactics, you have to find your own solution. Or it can be also influencers. So in that sense, again, number one thing is make all your messages personalized. We all say this, but nobody is doing this, right? So I get tons of messages every day through LinkedIn, and these people are just copy-pasting their messages. It's so ChatGPT, AIs, they're striving to make it personalized, but it's not personalized. It's it's the same, right? You have to be different, unique, outstanding, exceptional. If there is 100 candidates, 500 candidates, it's not easy, but once you adopt this approach to be different, to personalize every message you're approaching new people, etc., you'll have more success, you will see. So as we all know, network is your net worth. So what I'm suggesting here, if you are looking for a job in Estonia, for instance, go to your list of followers or connections on LinkedIn. Click on My Network. Second is click on Connections. And then you can have this filter. And in filter, you can add several different filters, but here the idea is to do with Estonia. So again, click My Network, Connections, filter, and then Estonia, and then you'll get, in my case, I have 184 connections on LinkedIn. Why is this important? The best job search strategy is not when you see a job on LinkedIn and apply for that job. It can be one, but the most effective one is actually when you have connection, or when you have network of contacts, when you have some friends, some colleagues, some people who will do what? Introduce you to a new opportunity, make a warm introduction or warm call for you, or the best thing is referral, of course. What is referral? I work at, let's say, Bolt, the #1 unicorn in Estonia, and you want to apply for a job. I can do a referral for you, and I get a fee, or I earn some money. As an employee, I earn, right? And company does not pay external recruiters, they save money, everyone is win, right? So in that sense, you can use this approach for your next job. Also, what you can do, you can approach who? You should approach recruiters, as I said several times, and you should approach HR people. And here again, I gave, LinkedIn is an amazing tool if you know how to use it. In that sense, there is a lot of search engine optimization, it's a lot of filters. So here I am giving you 2 examples how you should find your recruiter, right? If you in the search bottom, you write recruiter, you'll get 1,000, let's say, recruiters in Estonia. But then with filters, you can choose, I don't know, company. So let's say whatever company, and then there you can see who are the recruiters. Or you can select some other filter and find your recruiter. Get in touch with recruiters, send them personalized messages, build relationships with them. Yes, they can open the doors for you. They can see that you are great potential and that they can employ you easily. Number 2 example here, it's HR. So how to find HR? It's much better when you do your homework in your research. If you find the name of the HR, when you send a cover letter, it's much better when you write Dear Milo than Dear Sir, right? So that means that you have done some research. And then there you can find, and actually even better, get in touch with this person. Again, build a long-term relationship with these people. Why and how to do this? Why it's obvious, and how you can write comments on their posts. Which kind of comments? You can share your own personal experience, professional experience, your success stories. You can share some learnings, some insights. And then if you come to my, let's say, posts and you write 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, then I will start to get to know you, right? And I'll say, wow, this person is actually very nice, intelligent, clever. I like these comments. Yeah, let's get in touch, kind of, right? So in that sense, don't be afraid to approach CEOs, HR, recruiters, influencers, experts, whoever. And I show you how to find them and how to approach them. So that's from my side. My time is out, and I want to encourage you to share with us, with all of us, of course, your experiences, your thoughts, your comments, feedback here in the comments section or on LinkedIn. I'll be looking for it and reading it, and hopefully maybe I can share my experience. Now, Tripti.
Yes, I think that was an amazing session. We all know how important LinkedIn is right now. And thank you so much for taking us through the whole presentation with each detail broken down into multiple steps. So I think that was absolute detailed presentation, and it's really important to optimize the LinkedIn profiles now, especially in when you're looking for jobs or even enhancing your profile in terms of personal branding, right? So I think that was really, really amazing. I do see a couple of questions here. I'm just going to highlight them one by one on the screen for you so we can get it answered.
All right, here is Angela. Thanks for such a useful presentation. Thank you, Angela. Question is, what is the best approach to reaching decision makers for a desired role position abroad when they don't respond to a LinkedIn message after I have applied for a specific job? Well, you can send 1-2 messages. So don't be professional, be kind, try to build relationship. It takes time. Nobody is obliged to answer you. Yeah. And on LinkedIn, it's easy. Some people, you can see on LinkedIn actually who is active, how many followers do they have or connection. If they have higher number, they're more open. In their about section, sometimes they write, if we don't know each other, don't contact me, don't approach me. So even like that, right? And some people are that restrictive, you cannot send them a LinkedIn invitation if you don't know their email, right? So there are a lot of ways how they can stop you approaching them. But in other words, sending 2 to 3 messages is fine, never more than that. Don't be annoying, don't be desperate. Be professional, be proactive. We like, initiative oriented, confident professionals. Why not 2-3 options, trying 1 angle, 2nd angle, 3 angle, follow up. That's completely fine.
That's good. I think I learned something new about people writing in the bio that, if you don't know each other, they don't want to connect. That's new and strange. But yeah, thanks so much for the information.
It's very Nordic style, I would say. People here are a little bit introverted. They are not that extroverted. They don't like to be approached by people they don't know. So you need to know this, right? In order how to overcome these challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. That's because we usually a lot of times don't look at the bio, we just look at the headlines and then if they're hiring or, for any positions. So I think that's something that we should be aware of. And thank you so much. I think I see a question that you kind of answered in your presentation, but if you want to just take it one more time and give a maybe detailed answer on that.
When sending a connection request on LinkedIn, do we have to send a personalized text, or is this not necessary? And can I send a connection request without sending this initial introduction messages? So it depends, right? I send a lot of invitations without introduction message, but the best way, the most professional way is obviously to make it with introduction and to make it personalized. What that means? Tripti is approaching me and she says, look, Milo, I really like your Marlek. I love your posts. I watch your YouTube channel. I saw your interview. I read your blog post. I read your book. It's so much better than, hi there, Milo, I'm looking for a job. Please give me a job, right? So in that sense, make it more human to human rather than robots to robots or whatever. So think out of the box, be creative, be personalizing 1-2 sentence. Say, Tripti, oh my God, I love what you're doing. This job, you were organizing this session. It was so helpful, insightful. You see, she's gonna be feeling much better than, hi Tripti, let's connect. Okay, whatever, right? No introduction. Why should we connect? So people still write to me every day, hey, just hey or hi. And so what I need to do, so I have to be proactive. No, I don't have to be proactive, right? So it's your task to be proactive, friendly, personalize your message, but then explain why should I be in touch with you, right? What is my benefit there, or what is win-win situation? Not you selling and me buying. That's not the best way.
Yeah, true, absolutely. I see another question in here.
Yes, I see. I already said how to overcome. So in that sense, it's changing your location on LinkedIn, one of the options. But if not applying, you don't have to apply through LinkedIn, right? You can go to their web page, you can contact their HR or recruiter or hiring manager, etc. So there are always solutions, always.
But I think the LinkedIn Premium has more features than the regular one. So I think, do you recommend people to, especially if they're actively looking for jobs, do you recommend them to actually go for the premium version than just using the regular ones?
Yes, one of the main reasons. Yeah, there are several reasons, but one of the reasons is I can send you a private message, direct message, right? We don't have to be connected, but I still can succeed. So that is one of the strongest benefit for us. And yeah, you can see how many people are applying, how you stand out, what you need to improve. There is a lot of learning by yourself. So for sure, there is a lot of strong benefits to use premium, but not just until you apply. I become sad because people just use LinkedIn for 1 month and then they disappear for 2-3 years, and then again once they need a job, then they again start, I need to optimize LinkedIn profile, what I missed during these 2-3 years, right? So make it your weekly habit. It's not that hard. It's like Facebook or Instagram, but this will bring you much more success in life than other stuff.
That's relatable. Like, only when they're actively looking for a job, that's when they come back open to work.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. I think apart from these questions, I see a lot of appreciation for your presentation, which indeed you deserve, because that was an amazing session, an amazing presentation. So I think we'll continue from here. Thank you so much. Milo, I was calling it Milo ever since, but
no worries. In English, it is Milo, so it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
You're
so
correct.
On the safer side. Great. So thank you so much for choosing such an important topic to discuss and giving such an insightful presentation. It was absolute pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you all, and let's continue communicating through comments on LinkedIn and get in touch through LinkedIn. Have a great day. Looking forward to the next sessions. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, guys. So this brings us to the wrapping session of today's webinar. Unfortunately, we won't be having our last session for this webinar because of some circumstances, but we'll definitely have a session on higher tech talent platform in our next webinar. I'm just going to give you a very brief intro or information about this platform. This is a platform from which you can create your profile and look for jobs, right? So what happens here, you can just log on to higher tech talent, you can create your profile. Just make sure to complete your profile 100% for the job search, and then I think your new journey starts from there. So this platform, in short, serves as a dedicated platform connecting both job seekers and employers, facilitating a seamless process in finding and filling positions, not just in Estonia, but across the globe. So if you're looking for a job anywhere in Estonia or outside of Estonia, across the world, you can use this platform and make the most of it. And to know more about the high tech talent platform, you can, number one, log on to their website. And number two, you can join us in our upcoming webinars to get to know more about the platform. So once again, thank you so much all for joining us. That's a wrap. Your energy and engagement have made these sessions truly, truly special. I wish you all a very best in your journey ahead, and I can't wait to see you all in our next webinar. Until then, take care and bye-bye, and stay inspired.